following is a presentation of Comcast Newsmakers, the program where you hear from the leaders important to you.
Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Dioria and this is Comcast Newsmakers. This hour's newsmaker is Assemblyman Paul D'Amato of New Jersey's 2nd Legislative District. Today we are going to ask him the question, how do we get more automobile insurance companies into the state of New Jersey to reduce how much we're paying for car insurance? Thanks so much for stopping by.
It's always great to be here.
Good to have you. Well, you have been on Newsmakers so many times to talk about auto insurance, and it is a big issue in the state of New Jersey. It has been one of your big campaign issues, and you have not stopped. But have we found a solution yet?
We're working on it. My partner, Assemblyman Frank Lee, and I, this last session, we introduced what we refer to as the New Jersey Omnibus Automobile Insurance Restructuring Act. We believe that the solutions that are proposed in this legislation are going to begin the dialogue to get real reform. When I was campaigning, after I was elected, I still have people constantly calling me up or stopping me on the street and saying, Paul, my insurance has gone up 100%. My son's insurance, who was never involved in an accident, he has to pay $2,800. I get phone calls from people telling me that their insurance company is going to drop them and they haven't had an accident. One man told me that he actually was fired from his job because he couldn't drive to work because he didn't have an insurance on his car. So something dramatic has to be done. For the last 30 years, we've had 38 insurance companies leave New Jersey. And my partner Frank Lee and I believe that if we create an open, competitive market for carriers to come to New Jersey, you're going to see a decrease in the premiums.
So basically right now we don't have that many insurance carriers in the state of New Jersey, which means they don't really care if they get our business or not. So if you bring in more auto insurance companies, then they have to compete for our business. Now they're going to want our business. They're not going to be so easy to drop us.
Exactly. In fact, Frank Lee and I go a step further. Right now, our state government tells you that you must have automobile insurance on your car. There are approximately 10 states in our country that do not make it mandatory. They make it optional. And in each and every one of those states, the insurance premiums dropped 15%. Now, we're confident that 99% of the people are going to want to have automobile insurance. They're going to want to protect the assets that they worked for. But we're going to make it optional for those people that say they can't afford it. And what we're trying to do is to give the consumers of New Jersey a choice in what company they can pick. Do you know how many times people will write to me and Assemblyman Frank Lee and say, I was on the internet and I found that so many companies that I wanted to buy insurance from aren't even doing business in New Jersey. We have to get those companies back.
Okay, well, we have to get those companies back, and you say that's the solution, but how do we attract these other auto car insurance companies to come here to the state of New Jersey?
It's simple. We look to other states that have the same problem. And what they did was they stopped all this regulation, get government out of the automobile insurance business. Let the private industry, let the insurance companies compete, let them come in here. Illinois, that has practically no regulation whatsoever, has almost 200 insurance carriers that do business. That's why their premiums are the lowest. And New Jersey has 60, and that's bad.
Okay, and you have legislation dealing with this?
Exactly.
Are you optimistic that it will pass?
I think we have no choice. I think Democrats and Republicans, that we have to seek radical reform, and I think it's going to happen because the people want it to happen.
Absolutely. Good luck, and come back and update us.
I will.
Okay. And thank you for watching. I'm Jacqueline Dioria for Comcast Newsmakers. For more news and local information, be sure to watch us on CN8, the Comcast Network.
The preceding was a presentation of Comcast Newsmakers. Now back to CNN Headline News. following is a presentation of Comcast Newsmakers, the program where you hear from the leaders important to you.
Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Dioria and this is Comcast Newsmakers. This hour's newsmaker is Assemblyman Paul D'Amato of New Jersey's 2nd Legislative District. Today we are going to talk about the abolishment of no-fault car insurance. Thanks for stopping by.
It's always great to be here.
Okay. Paul, according to a recent study, New Jersey received some good news that it no longer has the most expensive auto insurance premiums in the nation. We used to rank #1, now we're ranking #2. Is that good enough?
No, of course not. As you know, I've been on your show on numerous occasions, and I've told your viewers that I'm not going to stop talking about automobile insurance reform until we have true reform. And one of the ways that we believe, and I say we, my partner, Assemblyman Frank Blee, and I, we believe that true reform can come by abolishing no-fault. We're one of 13 states that have a no-fault system. We established a system in the early 70s, and up until now, it hasn't worked. And Frank and I are going to move forward and try to convince our colleagues in the Assembly and the state senators that they have to abolish no-fault.
Okay. Now, how does no-fault contribute to the cost of auto insurance?
The problem is New Jersey consumers really don't have the type of choice that they need when they buy insurance. With our legislation that we introduced this past June, you're now going to be able to sit down with your insurance agent and have real choice about exactly what type of coverage you want. One of the major problems with no-fault is that the medical benefit portion. And I'm going to give you a quick example. A friend of mine, he's a trial lawyer. He had 2 accident cases in his office. In the first one, a woman was caused to fall because of a deteriorated condition in the sidewalk in front of a store. She fell, she fractured her nose had to be operated on. In the other case he had in his office, he was representing a woman that was a passenger in an automobile. She fractured her nose and she had her nose operated on. In the first case, the bill came to about $5,300 because it was paid by regular insurance. In the other case, the bill was $23,000 because that was paid by automobile insurance. So there's just one example of where we can reduce premiums if we look at that medical benefit. And under our proposed legislation, we're going to give all New Jersey residents a decision as to really if it's in their best interest to have medical insurance on their automobile insurance policy.
So are you proposing to eliminate no-fault car insurance?
Exactly. In those states where no-fault was eliminated, there was within 1 year a 15% reduction in the amount of the automobile insurance premium. See, Jacqueline, our approach is threefold. One, we have to get more insurance companies here in the state of New Jersey. And to do so, we have to cut out all this governmental red tape that's been around for 30 years. Secondly, we're trying to convince the people of New Jersey that we should repeal the law that says you must have automobile insurance on your car. We believe that if that law is passed, combined with the repeal of no-fault, okay, you're going to see a dramatic reduction in the amount of the insurance premium, as has occurred in numerous states, and in particular, Illinois. Premiums in Illinois are half of what they are here in New Jersey.
Do you think we'll ever get our car insurance to be around the cost of what those are paying in Illinois?
What has to happen is government, and that includes state legislators like myself, we have to get out of the regulatory business. Let the open, competitive insurance market work, and you're going to see more companies coming here, and they're going to want to compete for your business.
So basically this means more choice and more savings.
That's it.
For the drivers of New Jersey, and we like to hear that. Okay, thanks for stopping by.
Great.
Come back and update us.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. I'm Jacqueline Dioria for Comcast Newsmakers. For more news and local information, be sure to check us out on CNN, the Comcast network.
The preceding was a presentation of Comcast Newsmakers. Now back to CNN Headline News.